LeBron James' only regular season visit to American Airlines Center. They'll go to Shaq to start the game. He'll backhand on Dampier and miss the hook shot.
See, there's part of your answer to your question, Skin, right there. Anybody else on the Maverick team, as Shaq backed in, would not have been able to take the blow quite as well as Dampier did, even though Shaq was still very close and missed.
Yes, sir.
Here's Tim Thomas, and he misses. Dampier with a follow that I thought was going to go down easily. Keep in mind that when Cleveland defeated Dallas on November 28th, Shaq did not play in that game. Or, I'm sorry, Dampier did not play in that game. That was during his 8-game absence due to that illness. Shaq played that night and had 9 points and 6 rebounds. LeBron just got the scoring started for Cleveland, and then J.J. Barea answers with a three-pointer to get the Mavs on the board.
Must be the first period, huh?
Absolutely.
Taking a three and making it.
Season high tying 23 against Houston on Monday night, or Friday night, that is. He also had 23 Monday night against New Orleans. J.J. Hickson.
Nobody realizes just how great a passer LeBron James is. He really, his teammates love playing with him because they know that he will pass the basketball.
For three, Jason Kidd, rebound Mo Williams.
Coach, I think he's the closest thing to Magic Johnson in the current NBA. It's just he's a better athlete than Magic, unbelievably.
Over Sean Marion, and Barea there to rebound. And a good pass up ahead. Marion leaked out.
That's a good job right there. Advancing the ball.
The energy is there early, guys, and that's one of the things Carlisle preached. Got to have that energy early without Dirk, and they've got it, it looks like.
And he wants a better defensive performance because, in the final analysis of Friday night's game, Carlisle was talking about that before the game this evening, that there were too many defensive breakdowns. There's a defensive play made by Dallas. Mo Williams has it stolen by Barea. Barea gets down in deep and will go back to the perimeter as Kidd is matched up against LeBron James. Olympic teammates in Beijing in 2008, winning the gold medal for Team USA. Backing in on Hickson, Tim Thomas draws a foul. Hickson's first and Cleveland's first. 2:28 gone by. Hickson did not start the first 6 games of the year. Anderson Varejao started at the power forward spot, but Hickson has been starting ever since. 22 consecutive games counting tonight.
They need that lively body on that front line next to Shaq that could move, cut to the basket, take medium-range shots. He's been able to do that for him.
Shot clock at 5, and Tim Thomas over Hickson, and that jumper comes up short.
If Cleveland is going to show as hard as they are on screen roll, on pick and roll plays, they're vulnerable on slip picks, and the dribbler splitting those 2 defenders.
Shaq ducks into the lane, and he traveled.
The Mavericks cannot allow the Cavs to show that hard on the pick and roll and not slip the pick. They have to slip those picks. You fake setting the pick. When the guy shows, you just go to the basket on a dive cut. You're gonna make something happen.
They're running another screen and roll as Barea comes around the Dampier pick in the lane, routed it out, and O'Neal rebounds for the Cavaliers.
Somebody's still down.
Yeah,
underneath that.
Mo Williams has not gotten up yet.
He's grabbing his mouth. Looks like he really is. He was grabbing his teeth, and he was taking his mouthpiece out.
This has not been a good arena for dental issues as of late.
I know the Mavericks have team doctors. Do they have a team dentist?
That lane in particular has really been bad for teeth in the last 48 hours.
Well, Mo Williams slow to get up. He took a shot in the mouth, and it is a full timeout for Cleveland.
LeBron James' penetration, and then he finds the open man on the perimeter.
That's exactly what Rick Carlisle talked about before the game. That's how the Cavaliers keep you honest from trying to load up completely on defending LeBron. Those 3-point shooters, Mo Williams, along with Anthony Parker. Tim Thomas scores, and Dallas's lead is 3. Mo Williams, Daniel Gibson, and Anthony Parker. Those are the 3 guys that you really have to respect in terms of Cleveland's 3-point shooting.
And they're very comfortable shooting them with great range and a pretty quick release. You want to make LeBron James a jump shooter, but not that guy. Mo Williams is a jump shooter, a very, very good one with range well beyond the 3-point line.
He went 7 of 7 on threes against Dallas when the 2 teams played last month. He hits that mid-range jumper, stayed in the game after taking that shot that brought about that Cleveland timeout a moment ago. And the Cavaliers pulled it within 1. Berea quickly moves the ball. Kidd moves it, and Tim Thomas put a foot on the sideline and turns it over to the Cavaliers.
How many times do you see that where the guy in the corner makes the catch, and in order to either push off or take the shot, he steps back a little bit. When he does, he steps on the out-of-bounds line.
Defense.
Mavs up 1, Cavaliers ball. LeBron against Sean Marion. And once again, they'll go to Mo Williams against Berea. He finds Hickson cutting, and he is fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Hickson. While we have a moment with this foul being called on Dampier, let's update you on a couple of roster notes, because for Dallas, with Dirk out tonight, missing his first game of the year, replacing him on the 12-man active roster is James Singleton, who has appeared in 14 games this year, the 6'8" forward from Murray State. And from the Cleveland perspective, we should note on their inactives tonight that Jamario Moon is not suited up. He's had a groin problem that's bothered him some lately, and he was a surprise scratch from their active 12, we learned tonight shortly before the game.
He's one of their really good long wing defenders. Gets out there and runs on the break, and very good perimeter defender.
Had his best game of the year, too, against Dallas last month with a season-high 13 points and a season-high 9 rebounds.
Not a bad shooter, and he will shoot threes, too.
Yes.
But he won't be shooting them tonight.
Marion with a mid-range jumper, and it's Shaq with a rebound. The Cavaliers, after the 2 free throws a moment ago from Hickson, have an 8-7 lead. Post up for LeBron. And he will shoot. And the face-up one-hander is no good, and a loose ball foul is then called on the Cavaliers. On Shaq. His first. Second team foul. This scoreboard is brought to you by AAA Texas. Visit AAA.com for a quote on auto insurance.
Marion had 2 of the toughest situations in basketball. 1, stopping LeBron with a live dribble in the open court, and 2, getting back down, and he held ground on both of them.
3-pointer missed by Berea. Mo Williams finds Anthony Parker for a quick trigger long 2-pointer that's good. The Cavaliers have scored 6 in a row.
That was an outstanding pickup in the offseason for Cleveland. Parker will defend pretty well. He does everything in the game. He does reasonably well.
Tim Thomas with a 3-pointer. Remember, his 3-pointer tied the game with 10.6 left in regulation against Houston on Friday night. It's his 12th made 3 this year in his 12th game played. O'Neal won't go. He will head to the free throw line, and Eric Dampier is in early foul trouble. That's his second.
I don't know how O'Neal can drop the shoulder like that and swing the left arm, literally move Dampier as strong as Dampier is, and Damp gets the foul.
I must say, I can't argue with you, because I was wondering the same thing when I saw the left arm go out and Dampier move. 2 free throws coming up. Drew Gooden to replace Dampier. Here's the play.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Now watch Shaq, as strong as he is. I don't know. Maybe it didn't come out as much as I thought.
But you know what it reminds me of, Coach? Has there ever been a more difficult player to officiate in the history of basketball than Shaquille O'Neal? Can you imagine some of the fouls people foul him with? They would be flagrant twos if they were committed on a small forward. He's just such a hard guy to officiate.
I would agree with that as well. He makes both free throws, Shaq, which is a story in and of itself, since he's a 47% free throw shooter. Here he just fouled Drew Gooden, and so now you have Shaq with 2 fouls.
And see, that's going to necessitate a substitution by Mike Brown, because Shaq cannot guard Gooden. Gooden can go 12 to 15 to 18 feet and shoot the jump shot, and if Shaq comes out, then Gooden drives the ball right by him. So, but the guy coming in right now, when this guy comes in the game, when Verjao comes in the game for Cleveland, the one single thing that you must do against him is match his energy. I don't care about the points, the rebounds, everything he does in the game is a result of his attitude, his energy, the way in which he plays the game. If you don't match that, he'll chew you up and spit you out.
He subs in for Shaq, who has 2 fouls, and the Mavs have put in Jason Terry and Josh Howard for Berea and Tim Thomas. Rick Carlisle was effusive in his praise of Andy Verjao before the game tonight, talking about what a positive player, what a positive impact he has on the game for the Cavaliers, and of course consequently a negative impact against the opposition because of the energy and hustle type things that he does.
He's bigger and stronger, but in some respects he reminds me of a young Eduardo Nájera when he used to come in games and really impact games with his energy.
Saw a note on the screen a moment ago. We're going to have a visit with Dirk live from the bench in the second quarter. Shot clock. Verjao, that's an air ball. And Gooden rebounds as the shot clock buzzer sounds, and it's Dallas ball. A pair of Drew Gooden free throws a moment ago just tied the game. And Gooden left alone on the baseline gives Dallas the lead. Maybe this is a night that Drew Gooden can get back on track. His minutes probably go up tonight if Dampier is going to battle foul trouble, as Dampier's got 2 early on. Here's Verjao scoring. To follow up on the point about Gooden, he's only averaging 4 points a game in the last 9. So maybe tonight's an opportunity for him to play a little bit more and produce more.
That's a good point. I agree with you. And I promise you, Verjao was not going to the basket that time to get the ball back. Verjao was going to the basket to be a rebounder. But in the process of going to the basket on the baseline, Mavericks get it back. And off James. When you go on the baseline like that, you may be open. He was, and he got the ball.
Nice hustle back by Howard on defense by getting a hand on that pass. It took an odd ricochet off the bottom of the backboard and then goes out off LeBron.
You call that a Maverick bounce.
Fortuitous bounce, you could call it.
Yes, lucky too.
Driving, Jason Terry. The dish to Kidd for 3 in the lead, and he nails it right down the well. Mavericks' third 3. Thomas, Barea, and Kidd have all hit from long range. LeBron in the lane. Blocking foul, Dallas. Mavericks' third team foul. First on Josh Howard. A trip to the free throw line for LeBron with 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The 24-year-old 5-time All-Star, who's actually 10 days away from turning 25.
I'll tell you what, Josh Howard was not in the restricted area, I do not believe. I don't think he was in there. I thought he had pretty good position. Now, if he was in the restricted area, then that's the right call. But his position was pretty good. More often than not, the advantage on that play goes to the offense. Is he in the restricted area, number 5, Josh Howard? He is not. I'm sorry. I think that's a charge. But we're not going to review it.
Can they come look at the television right now and make a new decision?
Let's go, Mavs!
LeBron with a pair of free throws. Howard gets the 2 right back, cutting to the basket to score.
Good cut by Howard. Nice pass by Kidd.
Delonte West went in a moment ago for the Cavaliers. He replaced Anthony Parker. Terry shadows Mo Williams.
They've got a good bench, Mark. Cleveland does. They have a very good bench.
Williams looks for Verjao, and he got it to go. Remember that Verjao went 7 of 7 from the floor against Dallas last month, scoring 15 points. He has 2 makes and a miss tonight. Off the bench, Sean Marion. Nope, good to the tip in.
Good job. Good hustle. Good effort by Gooden. Work away from the shot. Go opposite the shot.
Teardrop, Mo Williams. Both teams in basket trading mode here over the last couple of minutes. Howard on the perimeter. Shot clock at 10. Good defended by Hickson. Late in the clock, the escape dribble, and Drew Gooden barely catches iron. Dead ball coming up, or timeout that is coming up in the next dead ball. Cleveland shoots for the lead on this possession. Howard the defender against LeBron. And Hickson, yep, that's a try. You were all over that one.
Yeah. You think Mark really felt strongly about that one? I believe so. He got that one right. Way to
There's
go.
one.
Oh, well.
2:38 left in the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. Mavs up 1. So Skin spending some time looking for secret Santas up in the Mavs team shop tonight. Dirk and Street close this evening. He'll be joining us in the second quarter. Let's also tell you that you can learn to play like the pros at the Mavs Holiday Hoop Camp, December 21st to the 24th. Kids 8 to 18 enjoy a week of fast-paced fun at the only NBA instructional camp in North Texas. Call 214-747-MAVS. Or visit Mavs.com today. Mavs Holiday Hoop Camp presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
And we saw a little greeting, a holiday greeting and a handshake between LeBron James and Dirk Nowitzki. LeBron probably said something along the lines of, Dirk, I've never seen you look better. You really look great.
Jason Terry driving against Ilgauskas, who just came into the game, and Terry misses. Ilgauskas went in. Hickson went out at the timeout, and so Varejao slides down to the power forward position. The backcourt, Mo Williams and Delonte West, and of course at the 3, LeBron James. West, he walks. Back-to-back traveling violations committed by Cleveland, first by Hickson before the timeout, and then by West coming out of it. And there's Cleveland with their 5th first-quarter turnover. Maverick ball in front by 1. Kidd, Terry, Howard, Marion, and Gooden, the Dallas lineup. Baseline jumper, Gooden comes up short. Andy Varejao rebounds. Ilgauskas going to the basket. And that's the first foul in the last 2 minutes for the Mavs, so they will not have a foul to give now for the remainder of the first. And that puts Ilgauskas on the free throw line. Jason Terry's first foul and some subs. Sean Marion went out, so did Jason Kidd, and Barea and Thomas returned.
I think if Gooden will wait at the offensive end of the floor for Ilgauskas to come to him, that he can just go around him. And Gooden's pretty good at that, at being creative down there. Rather than to take the 12 to 15 footer, I think is a good shot. At 18, maybe that's a little bit too far out for Gooden. I don't know. Although prior to games, he's taken 50 footers.
Right.
Underhanded in making them.
It's part of his routine. Doesn't Ilgauskas remind you of the great holiday movie Fargo, the wood chipper scene? Doesn't Ilgauskas look like Peter Stormare putting the guy in the wood chipper?
I can see that.
Yeah.
He is, by the way, the all-time leader in games played for the Cavaliers. Went past Danny Ferry earlier in the season. Jason Terry on the money. That's a good sign. Yes, indeed.
More of that.
Last 8 games, averaging 14 points, shooting 33%. Mavs really need shots to go down from Jason Terry, especially tonight. LeBron, hard drive, spins, shoots, scores.
That's why you want to make him a jump shooter. He is much better at driving the ball than he is shooting the jump shot. Now, he's not a bad jump shooter. Don't misunderstand me. But when he drives, he either scores or somebody else scores as a result of his drive.
Tim Thomas against Varejao. Drives on him, draws a foul. 50.7 left in the first quarter. The first quarter where no team has led by more than 3. All tied at 23 as Tim Thomas takes a trip to the free throw line. First start of the year for Tim Thomas, and he's made a 3-pointer tonight and also a 2-pointer, and heads to the foul line for a pair. 11 of 11 this season on free throws. Gets the roll on the first. This season, experience select Mavs games on HDNet. Provocative programming, every bit original as the network that delivers it, only on HDNet. For details, go to hd.net and call your provider to demand HDNet today. Tim Thomas had 10 points against Houston in just 12 minutes in the second half in overtime on Friday night.
Boy, he's a good-looking free throw shooter with a great stroke. He really is.
First year with the Mavs, 7th NBA team, was taken 7th in 1997 after 1 season collegiately at Villanova. Ilgauskas. Thomas there for the rebound. See if the Mavs try to go 2 for 1. They'll need something quickly. They tried to get something quickly with Gooden coming down the lane, and he could not gather in the Jason Terry pass. No foul to give here. Differential of about 6 seconds. LeBron defended by Josh Howard and puts up a 3 on the money. 37% three-point shooter. LeBron sticks it. Cleveland has the lead. Can Dallas get it back? J.J. Barea to beat the buzzer. Ilgauskas rebounds the quarter silver. Back and forth in the first quarter. It ends with 7 lead changes, 6 ties, and a Cleveland 1-point advantage. Mavs at home. Second straight home game of a 4-game homestand. Dallas and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Mavs tonight looking for several players to step up with Dirk Nowitzki out of the lineup. The scoring starts tonight with a J.J. Barea 3. Of course, they've got to contain LeBron James as well. Dallas down by 1 after 1.
If he's giving you the news you need.
A Fort Hood soldier was arrested this morning in Dallas.
And your need for speed.
Out the ball. Gets the drive here. Actually gets into the paint. Not much, but the right foot got into the paint a little bit. Used the board well. Good concentration when the foul occurred.
I'm assuming they got switched off. I didn't see the beginning of it, but if Booby is going to be covering Josh, that's a matchup I like. I imagine they're going to keep Parker on Josh, but work to the Mavericks' advantage there.
That's Daniel Gibson who picked up the foul. 4th year from Texas. Anthony Parker is back in the game with a quarter break. Delonte West on the dribble drive and a nice adjustment in midair to lay it in and tie it.
But it was great body control. He is a pretty good basketball player. I'm not sure I understand why he's out there based on some things that have happened in the past, but he's out there nonetheless.
And he just blocked but fouled Jason Terry. West with his first. Second team foul. 2 quick team fouls, 58 seconds into the second quarter against the Cavaliers. And Jason Terry with an opportunity on the free throw line. Earlier you referenced the fact, Bob, that the Cavaliers have a good bench. Guys like Jamario Moon, who's not active tonight, Delonte West, Anderson Varejao, pretty instrumental in Cleveland's 18-point win against Dallas when the two teams met last month. But so far tonight, you've got the Dallas bench with 6 from Gooden, 5 from Josh Howard, and here's Jason Terry with a chance for his 4th point. And we're only 13 minutes into the game, and you already have 15 bench points.
Well, several times this year we've made the statement about the depth on the bench for the Dallas Mavericks, and they're proving it so far in this one, but they need to continue to do that. Consistency.
Gibson got caught up in the air. And that is off the Mavs with 11 to shoot for Cleveland.
That's what you do with him, though. You make him floored. He is a catch-and-shoot guy. If you can get him in between, trying to make decisions off the dribble, that's a good place for the Mavericks to be defensively.
When he catches and shoots, though, look out. 49% on three-pointers this year.
Bombs away, brother. Second
in the league in three-point shooting percentage. First is Anthony Parker, his teammate. Giving chase, Barea saves it in to good. Nice hustle. Mavs tried to build a lead here early in the second quarter. Barea scoots inside. Long rebound, getting chased. The former Cavalier, Drew Gooden, has it. Second chance opportunity here for Dallas. Can they convert? A deflection out to Howard. Late in the shot clock. He will hang and miss. Oh, down to Gooden on the tip for Thomas, and the Mavs do convert.
I think Thomas knew exactly what he was doing. Did it look like that to you?
Yes.
I have it unofficially as a rebound assist for the unofficial stats I'm keeping over here.
Going to the basket. Varejao blocked by Gooden.
Good block. Good defensive play.
Mavericks come into the game still leading the league in blocks, 6.3 a game. They've held that position atop the league for the last week. Josh Howard on the baseline trying to create and draws a foul. Two quick fouls now on Daniel Gibson and 3 quick team fouls on Cleveland.
Watch this missed shot. Thomas goes up over the top. See, he just tapped it right down to Gooden. It's a heck of a play. Number one, you've got to make the effort. You're behind the guy in front of you, the Cleveland player. You don't want to commit the foul, but you have to see your teammate. You have to see him there. So the vision, the court vision is excellent. And then you just tip it down to him. That's a really good play.
Mavs have their largest lead. It's at 5, and Josh Howard to push it out to 6 with 1 more free throw. Howard had 17 points in a season-high 40 minutes against Houston. He hadn't played more than 29 in a game. This scoreboard is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. Screen and roll ran between Delonte West and Ilgauskas. West doesn't give up the ball, takes a shot, And the Mavs get the defensive rebound. Good start to the second quarter for Dallas. They were down by 1 entering the quarter, and they have outscored Cleveland 9-2. 11-2. Drew Gooden.
I love the catch, and I love the finish. The catch was not easy, guys.
That was real Kevin McHale-like, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
A game-high 10 points for Drew Gooden. Mavericks with an 8-point lead. Timeout on the floor taken by the Cavaliers. A special guest, Dirk Nowitzki, will join us after this timeout. Pass. Caught by Dirk. Over ball, Mute for the win. He gets the bounce. He got the bounce.
Oh, wow.
5 seconds to go. He drives, he fades, and he gets down to the lead at 1.6. Some of the highlights this year from Dirk Nowitzki: buzzer beaters against the Milwaukee Bucks and the Charlotte Bobcats. Unfortunately, he's a streak close tonight as the Mavericks lead the Cleveland Cavaliers 36-28, 9:14 left in the second quarter. Dirk joins us now from the bench. I would bet you've seen better days. How's that right elbow feeling, Dirk?
It's a little sore, you know. It was a pretty big trauma in there when I drove, and I hit him pretty good in the mouth. It was just an unfortunate play, I think, for both of us, and I felt really bad for him. I mean, obviously knocking a couple teeth out. So, I mean, it's not great. I tried to give it a go before the game, got some shots up, but I just can't lift my elbow up. I can't really bend it all the way, so it really didn't make sense tonight. So hopefully I'll feel better by Tuesday and I'll be able to go, but we'll just see if we can take it day by day.
Dirk, we've heard a lot of stories. I wanted to know if you could confirm this or not, that it took the better part of a half an hour for the training staff to pick pieces of Carl Landry's teeth that were embedded in your elbow on Friday night. Is that correct?
Nice pass, JJ. Yeah, it was ugly. I mean, they must have washed it out for like an hour. I was laying there, and I know the doctor had his whole hand on my elbow. That's what it felt like. So it was ugly, and then we closed it up, and we took an X-rays, and we had to open it up back up again for some more washing out. So the scene was pretty ugly, and it was pretty painful, but I think it needed to be done because obviously we don't want the elbow to get infected and then me having surgery. So that's the last thing we wanted. So we had to get in there pretty good and clean it out, and that's what the doc did.
Hey, Dirk, I saw LeBron come over and shake your hand. What do you have to say?
Well, he asked me if I was all right, and it was a pretty ugly scene, and I had to agree on that one. So I told him I'll be all right, and maybe I'll be back in the next game.
All right, Mavs still up 36-30 as Delonte West advances. Dirk, I know you hate to miss games, but you kind of get a new perspective when you're not playing in the game. What have you seen out of your teammates so far that's got you charged tonight?
I didn't really hear the question, but obviously for me it's tough to sit on the sideline. I mean, I'd love to be out there to watch, especially in the Houston game down the stretch in overtime, and I couldn't really be out there and help my teammates. I mean, it was tough to watch from the training room, and same today, you know. I was call a foul.
I can assure you we didn't have any trouble hearing you just now, though, by the way.
So I definitely wanted to be out there. But hey, sometimes I think if it really would have been playoffs right now, I would have maybe taken a cortisone shot or something and be out there. But since it's only December, I don't think it's the time to do those kind of things.
We're checking the replay right here now, what you were talking about, where you wanted the foul to be called as the Mavs lose the ball out of bounds. Cleveland's got 5 straight points scored. They pulled it within 3. The question that Skin asked, I don't know how well you said you couldn't hear it, Dirk. Let me see if you can hear me a little bit better. My voice is better than Skin's. It's louder anyway. What have you seen? What have you seen out of your teammates tonight, Dirk? Getting a different perspective on the bench that you've liked.
Well, I think we're doing well. We're moving the ball. We get some stops. We did a decent job on LeBron trying to keep him out of the lane. I mean, he's going to score some because he's so talented. But if we keep him out of the lane all night and make him beat us from the outside and stay a little matched up on the shooters like Delonte West and obviously Mo Williams, and this Parker guy is on fire, so we got to find him a little better. But that was the game plan: stay on the shoot a little better, keep LeBron out of the paint, and we're doing a pretty decent job as far as of right now. But you know, Cleveland is a great team. They're going to keep battling. It's going to be a battle all the way to the end.
All right, Dirk, can you hang with us after the timeout for a couple of more minutes?
Oh, that's great. I'd love to.
All right, you got it. 7:05 left in the 7th year with the Dallas Mavericks after being selected 9th in the 1998 draft. And to follow up on what you said earlier, Dirk, the fact that you have missed so few games in your career, I'm sure must make it pretty tough for you to watch on the bench tonight, especially in a game against a marquee team like the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great setup. Obviously, you know, LeBron comes to town only once a year. And, you know, the crowd is here, it's packed, and, you know, it's a perfect setup for, obviously, for me. And as a competitor that I am, I'd love to be out there. But, you know, sometimes you got to make smart decisions. And like I said, I tried before the game, and just it didn't really loosen up the way I wanted to. So I was a little down before the game, but hey, I got a little good workout in. And actually, it got a lot better already from yesterday to today. I mean, yesterday I was in pain a lot. I was on painkillers basically all day long. Barely slept for 2 nights, so it probably wouldn't have been smart to play today. But like I said, if it was the playoffs, I'd definitely be out there somehow.
Dirk, can you tell us what Coach Carlisle just said during that timeout?
He said, move the ball and play some defense. So that's always a good one.
Did he do any cussing when he said that?
He said, why don't you guys make some more shots?
That's great advice at a timeout. I got to hand it to him.
I think we're trying to do that now.
LeBron on the drive to the basket just scored and got fouled by Josh Howard. So it's 9 straight points for the Cavaliers as they've gone back in front. There is one thing that Coach Carlisle did say before the game tonight that I would like to address with you, Dirk, and that's talking about the fact that you, yourself, and all of your teammates have really bought into the whole defensive philosophy that he's been stressing this season. What has been the key, in your opinion, in your guys buying into defense and the way the team defense has improved over the course of the season?
Well, I think it goes back to training camp, you know. I think when Rick came in last year and Avery was just gone, I think all we talked about was we need to open the offense up. We need to get more movement. We need to all just do offensive stuff. So all we worked on last year in training camp was offense, and this year I think we'll try to turn that around. You know, we try to get in the top 10 defensively field goal percentage. I think we're in there. We're even like almost top 5, I think. So I think our defense has been really impressive, but I've been disappointed a little bit in our offense. So I think that's where we need to put in some work now, executing, getting guys in the right spot, getting guys in. We got a lot of new players, so getting the guys comfortable in what we're doing. So I think offensively, we need more work right now than actually on the defensive end. So, but yeah, I mean, everybody's working hard defensively. I'm even trying to be out there helping. Jet has worked on some stuff. So I think just everybody's being on the string defensively, and it's been actually defensively, it's been fun to watch.
LeBron rattles in a 3 after 4 straight by Dallas. 2 free throws from Sean Marion. And a jump shot from Jason Kidd, and now Jason Terry gives Dallas the lead with the drive. Hey, Dirk, we got a text a minute ago. Someone sent us in a text to 46287, and the question from the viewer who texted was, "What's the best player that you played with in your time with the Mavs?"
Who's the best player that I played with?
Yes, in your time with Dallas.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean, it had to be either Mike Finley back in the days. I mean, Steve was amazing. But to play with a Hall of Famer now like Kidd, I mean, I played with a lot of great players over the career. I also played, I don't know if a lot of people know that, I played with Dennis Rodman the second year in the league, which was unbelievable, obviously. Just the experience that Hughes brought him in, that was amazing. So I played with some interesting characters over the years, and I had a blast.
Josh Howard gives Dallas the lead on the baseline jumper.
Dirk, you were talking about the defense being better this year, the man-to-man defense, but you're playing more zone. How do you and your teammates feel about going to the zone?
Well, I think the zone for us always has to be a change-up. You know, nobody in this league gets away with playing you know, long stretches or a whole quarter of zone. I think maybe here and there, but I think the zone is more of a change-up when we do have some trouble. When the other team has a bad matchup out there for us, we can throw the zone out there and mix it up. But we really concentrated a lot, like I said, on man-to-man defense and really locking up and really being on the same page. And I think we're a bunch of veterans that obviously know the zone. Sometimes you got to guard the area, and so sometimes I think the zone is a good switch-up for us. But we want to be a good man-to-man team, not a good zone team.
Foul on Mo Williams. You've got Tim Thomas and Eric Dampier back in the game for Dallas. And with Jason Kidd on the free throw line, Dirk, if I may, to follow up on something you were talking about a moment ago and about how great it is to play with a Hall of Famer in Jason Kidd. How do you feel like his leadership is impacting the team so far this season?
Well, he's been great on and off the floor. I think once he got there, once we traded for him, I think everything was new and everything wasn't quite natural to him. The play calls, the defensive calls, and you could just see that he wasn't really quite comfortable. But now having a full year last year on his belt, he just looks great. Defensively, we stick him on a lot of great scores most of the nights because he's so active and so big. He can guard basically 1 through 4. And, you know, he's been great there. And offensively, I mean, we all know what he does. Every time he sets his feet, I feel like the 3 ball is going in. And the plays he makes off the dribble, the passes are still amazing. So he's been everything we hoped for, and we're glad he's here. And we re-signed him this summer. I think that was a big focus for us to keep him here, and we did that. So we're happy that he's here.
Okay, Dirk, we do like to take text questions, and we got another one just sent in. A fan wants to know, what is Big Dirk's favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
I mean, I love... Oh, nice move, Dan.
Big dunk for Dampier gives Dallas a 4-point lead.
Nice pass by Marion.
Nice pass, nice move. You know, I love comedy. I always love having fun. So, you know, movies like Old School, Wedding Crashers, stuff like that I really enjoy getting a laugh out of. And so those 2 are probably my favorite.
Okay, so then which of your teammates is most like Hank the Tank from Old School?
I didn't hear that question.
Which of your teammates is most like Hank the Tank from Old School? I'm sorry, Frank the Tank.
Probably myself.
Oh, you're going to go streaking later?
I like to have fun once in a while, but usually not during the season, more in the summer when the Frank the Tank comes out. But usually not during the season.
All right, we had a foul on Shaq last trip down the floor. That's hit.
Oh! Easy there, little man!
You like that, huh, Mark?
Okay, Chet! Yeah!
And with that, a foul committed by Cleveland. Jason Terry will go to the free throw line after the timeout.
Hell no.
Thanks for joining us, Dirk. We appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, you got it. Timeout on the floor. 2:49 left in the second quarter. Varejao the foul. Terry to the line after the time. All right, we had a foul on Shaq last trip down the floor. That's hit.
Oh! Easy there, little man!
You like that, huh, Mark?
Okay, Chet! Yeah!
And with that, a foul committed. Dirk Nowitzki. He'd much rather be on the floor, but he found a way to have a little fun at the end, a little fun with us. We just spent the last 6 minutes of game time from about 8:40-something left in the second quarter until now 2:49 left in the second quarter talking to him. Of course, he's out tonight with a badly lacerated right elbow that required stitches, the result of a collision with Carl Landry on Friday night. Sitting out tonight, but joining us and with some interesting things to say here in the second quarter.
If you can't have fun with Dirk Nowitzki, you better stay home because you can't have fun with many people at all.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. Purchase $50 worth of Adidas merchandise at your local Academy Sports and Outdoors location, and you'll receive 2 free tickets to an upcoming Mavs game. Offer is good while supplies last. Visit Mavs.com for more information. To update folks on a couple of things newsworthy that Dirk said. He tried to shoot before the game tonight, and there was just too much soreness in the elbow for it to make sense for him to go tonight. He said had it been a playoff game, he thinks he might have been able to take a cortisone shot and been able to play tonight. But since it's not, that obviously was not an option tonight. He says he feels a lot better today compared to yesterday, and is hopeful to be back on the floor Tuesday night against the Portland Trail Blazers.
Well, believe me, if Dirk could have played, but we talked about it in the postgame show the other night, that the one thing that might be a problem is the extension of the elbow, straightening the arm out as you shoot the jump shot or go for a rebound. And you know, that's what he couldn't do. That's precisely what he explained that he could not do.
LeBron to the basket to score and bring Cleveland to within 4. Mavs just got 2 free throws from Jason Terry. They have 27 bench points the Mavs do tonight, Bob, scored by Gooden, Terry, and Josh Howard.
Well, and that's a really good sign, especially in the absence of Dirk Nowitzki.
Lobbing it up, the pick and roll, and Dampier can't gather it in. That pass got trapped up against the rim. Inside, Verjao, fouled by Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas with his first foul, starting tonight in place of Dirk. 2:09 remaining, second quarter. While Cleveland is over the limit, the Mavs only have 1 team foul here in this quarter. Now 2 team fouls, beg your pardon. But Verjao standing on the free throw line, but there's not going to be free throws here. He can stand there as long as he wants to.
He's not going to get the ball? Is that what you're trying to say?
Eddie F. Rush is going to win that battle. He's going to win that stare down as the official is waiting for someone to come over the sideline and take the ball out of bounds, and it's LeBron. And he tries to bounce it to Verjao on the pick and roll. And they just called a foul on Sean Marion. 3rd team foul on Dallas. Marion's first.
So that's how James secures his position with his teammates. He keeps them involved. He was trying to get that bounce pass to Verjao. He's such a good passer. People forget that he secures his position with his teammates because of that, because he keeps them involved. They like that.
He drives on Sean Marion and is fouled. The line for LeBron tonight, 6 of 10 shooting, 2 for 2 for the three-point line, 2 of 3 for the free throw line, 16 points to lead all scores. Only Mav in double digits is Drew Gooden with 10. LeBron has 16, shooting for numbers 17 and 18, with 1:55 remaining in the half. You've got 2 fouls now on Sean Marion.
How many times have you made it this far in a half and LeBron has 0 rebounds and 1 assist?
Well, he's been looking to be much more of a scorer tonight. Remember, he had 12 assists in the game between the Mavs and Cavs last month in Cleveland.
He could be a good rebounder if he wanted to. I'm not sure how badly he wants to.
Well, he is averaging 7 a game this year and 7 for his career.
But he could be a better rebounder than 7. I mean, that's not a bad number. That's a good move.
And Tim Thomas scores 9 tonight in the starting role.
That's what I've been most impressed with about Thomas. I didn't realize that he has a pretty nice low post game. He's got a pretty good back to the basket game.
And not just something that we're seeing tonight, but something that we've seen ever since he started playing in November, after missing the first 3 weeks of the season with an injury, a knee injury suffered in the offseason.
His last 2 stops in the NBA, he's done so much face-up stuff. I didn't realize he was as competent down there as he is.
1:19 left in the second. Thomas couldn't get the save in for the Mavericks. And so Cleveland has it with a full 24.
Thomas tried, though. It was a good effort.
Cleveland shooting nearly 55% tonight. They've been hurt by 7 turnovers, and here is a 3 that rims out, but Cleveland will get another possession because Verjao sneaks in and gets the rebound.
That's the energy. He wasn't even close to that rebound. Verjao was not even close. He went a long way to get that ball.
Kick ball on Dallas. Dampier out. Gooden returns.
Watch Verjao here make the effort. He's over here. Now watch him go get the ball. He went across the lane, outside the lane, over the three-point line, and came away with the basketball.
Mo Williams in the lane, fading, and a foul called on Jason Terry. Boy, a flood of whistles against Dallas here in the last minute plus. With Terry, that's 2 fouls. He'll sub out. Mo Williams drives. That's the foul call. There was a little bit of body contact. The arm went straight up. Principle of verticality, Bob.
That's why Jason Terry was upset. He knew that he had put his arm straight up in the air, and he did not come down on the arm.
Mo Williams, an excellent free throw shooter, 89%, just missed the first of two. You've got Dampier going right back in now and Gooden to the bench.
Well, it's because of Ilgauskas.
And I thought Terry was going to sub out. He walked toward the bench, but I think that was more to cool off, to blow off some steam. Mo Williams missed them both. Is it time to invoke the phrase, ball don't lie?
It's floating around in my head right now.
Down to Marion on the block from Kidd on the post up and blocked from behind. I think LeBron got a piece of it. And now LeBron's out in the open court. Look out here. Finds Delonte West for the dunk.
You see what I'm talking about in terms of how he secures his position with his teammates? Because he keeps them involved. Very unselfish. LeBron is very unselfish. Just an outstanding pass.
Baseline jumper, Jason Terry. Offside, Sean Marion has it back, goes right back up. Ilgauskas turns him away. And Cleveland can hold for the last shot. A 2 to tie and a 3 to take the lead.
Cleveland's had a couple of nice defensive possessions right by the rim there. Mavericks had a couple of baskets they should have gotten.
5 seconds left of the quarter. LeBron getting ready to make his move. Marion the defender. LeBron will shoot a three. Comes up short. Kidd rebounds and the half is over. And so without Dirk Nowitzki, the Mavericks have the lead after one half of play on their home floor in Dallas. Mavericks this year have one of the very best records in the NBA when leading at the half. They've had a halftime lead in 13 games. They've turned that into a victory 12 times. Cleveland 16-2 this year, we should note, when leading at the half. They trail Dallas by 2. Mavs and Cavs head back to the locker room here at American Airlines Center. Dallas 52, Cleveland 50. And we send it back to Gina and Derek here on TXA 21 for the Sonic Midcourt from a Mav perspective.